The 21st KBnR. What a time. It's me and Hayden with the 21st KBnR episode 105. And on this episode, we talked about our memories and just kind of growing up together, where it all started, and just some of the stuff that made us who we are, and kind of some memories that stood out to us, and just like some dumb, fun things that we did with our friends. So it was a pretty laid back episode, and some of you guys might relate to this, some of you guys might not. Some of our memories might jog some memories in your guys' head, but I really hope you guys enjoy it. We had a lot of fun recording this one. So kick back, relax, grab yourself a nice bevy if you want, and just enjoy the show. Enjoy some reminiscing on your past and anything that might be relatable to you. So if you enjoy this episode, be sure to give a like on YouTube, leave a rating and review everywhere you get your podcasts. Helps grow the show. And join me and Hayden reminiscing on the past.
I found your name in my yearbook, trying to remember who we were.
21.
It's KBnR 9 plus 10. KBnR 21, episode 105. Are my mic levels okay? Yes, the mics are recording. I forgot to double check that before we started. But
Imagine. No mic test.
Imagine no mic test, but there should have been two.
It should have been two.
But Hayden was like, "Oh yeah, I got us beers, so the crack opened into the mic." 2 seconds later, he just cracks it open. And
I was like, I really wonder what this sounds like, actually.
and I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Oh no!"
As soon as I cracked it, I knew exactly what happened.
What have I done?
Clown status.
Clown status for sure. But the 21st KBnR, 21st century that we are living in.
Our 21st birthdays was almost 2 years ago.
A lot of twos.
And ones.
Crazy. Crazy. It all adds up. But
2, a 1. Go to the YouTube to check it out.
You are double the size of me, and double of 1 is 2.
There we go, yeah.
Look at that. It's all coming together, full circle. So this should be a banging episode. But for this KBnR, I have actually no idea what we're doing.
No, you don't have any idea what we're doing.
Because Hayden is proposing an idea. He's coming up with an idea for us to do. We were supposed to get questions, but we sent out a flyer a little bit too late. So
I also did not put up the questions bar for what I said.
So
and
people probably just
tap through and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. So
this is why you always have a backup plan.
Yeah, that's why you always have a backup plan, which Hayden has. So
exactly.
I'll let you start it off.
Well, you know what, man? This is the 3rd KBnR I've been on. This is the 2nd one that I've been with alone. But you know what? We've never gotten to share like our best stories together.
That is true.
We've never gotten to say just like the funniest moments or like the funniest times. And I know you didn't really want to know about this, but I'm like, God damn, like, should I tell him? Just because there's so many memories of us both. And I don't know if a lot of people know exactly how we've come to be sort of friends, brothers, is what you would say. Like, a lot of people, when they see us, they're like, oh yeah, like you and Jeff, like you guys are brothers, right? No, we're not brothers. We're, in fact, what you could almost consider the furthest thing from brothers, but like the closest thing to a brother in that way, you know? Like, So yeah, the whole story of us. I'll do this very quick. So picture my dad, and then picture Jevon's mom. They used to be married, and when they were married, they had Jevon's and I's half sister, Donnie. Donnie, shout out. You've been on previous episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Christmas KBnR.
Yeah, what a fire episode that was.
Go check it out.
And then when my dad and Jev's mom separated, then that's when they each started their own lives. My dad met my mom, Linda, and then obviously, Paul and Sherry, the classic.
The classic.
Yeah, you met them on a KBnR. You've also met Kelsey and Tegan on a KBnR. And then me. And I also have another half-brother. But yeah, so the family tree idea or the ideal family tree is definitely not what we have.
Yeah.
And it just happened by so much chance that my parents didn't have a child until 1999. And then by chance, your parents had a boy in 1999.
Yeah.
But also had 2 girls in 97 and in 95.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little things that kind of went into how we became best friends. And then how our parents were just so cool.
Yeah.
Think about that. Would you ever feel comfortable hanging out with your current partner's ex?
It's definitely a weird situation that they were in.
100%.
But I think what makes our situations makes a little bit more sense is that you were born 2 weeks before me on the dot.
Yeah.
So I think there was just so much in common with the current, your dad and my mom having Donnie, being around her together, and then both having little boys growing up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It just all added up. My mom was running a daycare at the time, so she was taking care of basically both of us at the same time, post maternity leave and everything, because your mom still was still given the time off to take care of you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But once it got to the point where she had to go back to work and stuff, my mom kind of looked after both of us, and we just kind of grew up together.
Yeah.
And we've just been around each other for 23 years. So it's just that's why everyone's you guys we're hanging out. I stayed at your house for an entire summer.
Literally an entire summer.
I got there in June and went home in late August. It was insane. Your mom did my laundry 20 times over. So yeah, we just grew up around each other for when I tell everyone me and Hayden have known each other for 23 years. It's literally we've been around each other since we were born.
Yeah.
So when we look at home videos Donnie's birthday, we were both we were both just we were legit infants.
Legit.
And we were still wrapped up in the burrito blanket type thing. We were literally just babies around each other, and we just grew up together.
Yeah.
Mad close. We had that family connection with Donnie, which drew us closer together. We're not blood related at all, but that's why we're brothers, but not close to being brothers, because we're not blood related.
Mm-hmm.
We're not stepbrothers. We're not even that. It's a crazy thing. When you have to break it down.
It is.
Whenever we're meeting someone new, so we always start with, all right, just follow me.
It's never time. Anything just oh yeah, no, we've been friends for a super long time.
Yeah, it's stay with me here.
Yeah.
And then the first words that they say, damn, that's crazy. When you tell them the story of it, it's wow, that's a lot. It's yeah. So when we say that we're pretty much brothers but aren't, that's why.
That's basically why, yeah.
That's exactly why we say that.
No, it's so funny. Actually, question. Do you ever get people who are okay, actually no, let me put this into a different way. Whenever I tell people that story, they always automatically assume, oh, so your mom and Jev's dad used to date too? And I'm Not even close. Did I ever say anything like that? No.
No, it's
they didn't do
literally-
a fucking wife swap here.
Yeah, they didn't pull a Steph Curry. Did you?
Yeah,
did
and
you
Del
get-
Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Del Curry and stuff, and his wife, basically, like the two
Wife swap with family
Yeah,
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
So yeah,
funny.
that didn't happen with us, but no, it's some crazy things. That is,
absolutely
but-
crazy things. But yeah, so basically, I was just saying, like, with this episode,
Tegan.
what up? But yeah, basically, with this episode, I just want to talk about like memories, man. Like, we have so many good memories, and I think one of the most like funny memories, I don't know, but like a core memory almost for me, is when, like, you're gonna think this is so random. When we were playing right outside on that lawn out there, we were pretending to be football players.
Oh yeah, like
We were-
when haven't we done that?
Oh, I know,
Well,
right?
yeah.
But it's like, excuse me. Okay, you can be any football player you want to be. Okay. I'll be Casey Printers when I'm quarterback, and then
Yeah.
when I'm receiver, I'll be G. Roy Simon, or there's like any, because we only ever really watched or knew CFL.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll be Dave Dickinson.
Yeah.
And Paris Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, and then, yeah, we would always just totally flop or whatever and be like, holy fuck, that was sick.
Oh, we would make the most like, we would drop the pass and we're like, no.
No.
You have to throw it here. Okay, let's drop it back. Because at your old place on Park Road, you had this massive field in like just outside your backyard because you
Yeah.
lived on the fences of the school.
Yep.
So we basically had a wide open field, and we would just go in this little like area. There's always that tree area in like every city in the entire world where the trees just somehow make a perfect circle or like semicircle.
Almost.
So you can make like a field in like your own. You have the out of bounds. Okay, this tree's out of bounds. This tree's out of bounds. That's the end zone. That's the end zone.
Yep.
Or whatever, and we would always draw. We were always
Drop.
and that we would know when it's time to play because I would go over to your house all the time and like you'd be ripping like COD on your PS3 or
PlayStation.
PS2 or whatever. PS3, you had a PS3, and you would just be ripping COD, and like I would just be kind of like chilling in the back watching you because I didn't really like, I never played COD growing up, and I got started playing video games like really late, actually, like a lot later than everyone else, and I would just be watching. I would be terrible. Like my KD ratio would be like 2 to like 30. Like it would be so bad. I was a camper because I couldn't like coordinate myself to do two things at once. But how we knew when we were going to go out in the back and play football, because we knew it was going to happen at some point. 'Cause we always did. I would just kind of like be wandering around his room, and I was like, oh, like I just like grab the football and like kind of hold it, and you'd be like, turn it off and be like, all right, let's go.
Let's
And I'd
go
be
play.
Like, yeah, all right, let's go play. And then same thing every time.
Yeah.
We would play out a full game.
A full game.
Be like, okay, BC Lions versus Calgary, Grey Cup.
Because that's possible.
Yeah, even though it doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, it is possible, actually.
They do the division
The crossover,
switch.
yeah.
So, yeah, we would always do that, and then we'd draw. Okay, like, should we make it like a close game or like a blow?
Should we make it a close game?
We have to make it. We have to make it dramatic.
Yeah, exactly. How are
we
you
would-
going to catch the game-winning touchdown?
Yeah, we would do like field goals too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we would do field goals, but we wouldn't do it like in the forest. We would take it over to like the field. And it's like, why didn't you just play in the fucking field,
Or-
with the actual, soccer goal where you
Yeah.
can kick it over?
We would just like make like the branches or like that tree as a post, and we'd be like, okay, we'll just eyeball it over here, and then it wouldn't be anywhere close to be like, fuck it.
Oh, retry. The flag on the play.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, the D line was offside.
Just making up the stupidest fucking
And then you
excuses.
I would be, you would just like pound the ball. I'd be like running over to get it, like be back in like 5 minutes.
Oh my
It
god.
was so funny. And then like the sideline catches, we'd like do imaginary toe taps.
Oh yeah. And it's like that was in.
Yeah.
Yes, yes it was. What a catch. Holy shit.
My favorite part was the kick returns. We'd always do kick return touchdowns. And
Always.
yeah,
Yeah.
there has to be a kick return touchdown. and, and the thing is, what you would do is you would kick off, and I would be the returner, and then you would be the defense coming at me, and we'd imaginary trucks or broken ankles. I'm not trucking you, but in this scenario, I'm trucking you all
You were
day.
the best fucking player
Yeah.
out there.
I would hurdle you. Like, we do a bunch of shit. I just 110-yard return. Man, that shit was too good. Every kid did that. Like, in basketball or whatever, like, 5, 4, throws up the 3. Oh, 3 seconds, we're added to the clock somehow.
Yeah, you were like 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. No, that and mini sticks were our shit.
Oh my gosh, I would do the same thing with mini sticks. I would play by myself all the time.
Yeah, you play with yourself?
I'd play with myself all the time. No, but I'd play mini hockey with myself all the time. Like, my dad would be over here. There'd be a laptop and desk.
Back in the day.
Yeah, and I would have this like mini run because I like playing on the hard surfaces.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the
that's
stick
a
was
lot
better.
easier.
It didn't get caught in the carpet or whatever. I had this imaginary ice rink, and I would like, it's like the 2009 World Juniors or whatever, and like I'm captain of Team Canada naturally, of course.
Yeah.
And like I'd be like, Russia's beating us 4-0 with 4 minutes left in the third, and Jevon Lefebvre scores 5 goals to.
Magically.
I'm like ripping toe drags against like there's this spot on the ground, and I'm like,
It's like a
that's
dark spot.
That's a stick, and I'm towing it around it. And like, yeah, I see like a string or like this wide, or I'd be like, okay, like the couch post is the blue line.
Yep. Yeah. No, I think the best mini sticks though is up in your hallway.
Yeah,
It was
the boards.
The boards, but like yeah, when we'd set up the 2 nets or whatever there, and we'd each be at like one end, and when you actually like got in a shot though.
Yeah, because we would just sit in the net and we'd be trying to snipe it on it, or we'd do like breakaway challenges too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And even when we like we crashed the net or something when we were like doing the shootouts as well, it's like that's totally not legal.
Yeah,
but you know what?
100%. No, anything's legal in mini sticks. But what I would used to do in the dining room, I would shift the table to the sliding glass door,
Okay.
and I'd have this arena.
Basically.
And like my parents are trying to get to the kitchen. They're like, I'm like towing around them.
Like, oh shit!
Yeah, I'm sniping.
Break Sherry's ankles.
Yeah, I'm
Top
like-
chatter.
And like whatever hockey game was on the TV, I would be like, all right,
That's me.
it's Battle of Alberta or whatever.
Holy fuck!
What Reese, I really hope you're listening to this, but this is just something like me and Reese did. We were playing. This was in like his old house, I think in like New West, and we would play mini sticks, and we would search up the starting lineup for the team, and then I'd be like Washington, and he'd be like Pittsburgh or something, and we'd search up the roster, and we would have to act as that starting lineup, like Ovi. I'd run over to Backstrom.
Oh, you just pause like, but like
Yeah.
that was the thing when you were a kid. Your
Oh, yeah.
imagination is so freeing, and you just do not give a shit. Whatever it was like. No,
Yeah.
that's holy fuck.
Well, those football days were so much fun. We would, like, it was crazy. The most fun is, like, because your mom had a daycare at one point for, like, a hot minute.
Yep.
And all the boys would be like, it's game time. We'd get people from, like, other houses. We'd go knock on their door. We'd be like, hey, we're playing football, come.
Oh,
and they'd
fuck.
always come and join us just so we could get even teams.
Yep.
And then we would play like full on like 4v4.
Yeah, we do at least something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Those are the days. Those are so much fun. But I do remember one time though, like this isn't really game related. It just popped up in my head. But you guys were playing like, excuse me. I think like your parents were having like friends over.
Mhm.
So then those friends came over as well.
Mhm.
And we were just playing like GameCube or Wii or like, I think because your GameCube was downstairs, the PlayStation was in your room, but
Yeah.
this is downstairs where everyone was. And I think it was like Lego Star Wars. Remember we would always rip Lego Star Wars together?
Always. That was on
Right.
the Wii.
That was on the Wii.
Yeah.
And you guys, like, I was just kind of like watching, like, I was like outside of you. Like, I would play sometimes, but like when you had this quest, like, heavily progressed,
Yeah.
like, you were deep into it. And I think you guys went elsewhere,
Oh.
but I stayed there for some reason. And I went to, like, start a new one or, like, whatever, but I deleted your file.
Yeah. I remember that.
And I was heartbroken. I was like, they hate me. They're gonna hate me forever. They're not friends with me. I'm pretty sure like Tice was like reaming me out for it or something, or like someone was. I think you were really upset, obviously, because you were like grinding at that.
So much fucking
Yeah.
time and effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just and I went up to your room. I'm pretty sure I cried, and I was like, Hayden hates me now. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, I was a mess. And then your mom came upstairs. You're like, it's okay, Jevon, it's just a game. She's like, do you want a fruit roll up? I'm like, yeah.
When all problems could be solved with a fruit roll up.
I was like crying, but I was like eating a fruit roll up, and like you just didn't talk to me for like a couple hours at least, and then you're like, it's fine, Jevon, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Quickly realizing going back into like that summer and just fucking beasting it out and completing it 100%. But I mean, that summer though, that definitely involved some good memories. There was like in that one summer, there was this one specific moment that I'll never fucking forget because it was so funny. So I had played through that Lego Star Wars like to completion.
Yeah.
I was going back and just like getting as many characters as I could. I remember I at least had the game up to like 90% completion before, you know, you obviously deleted it. But then I got it back up to 100. But I knew where everything was.
Yeah.
And there's one map I just remembered. I can't remember. I think it was like episode 2 or 3. I think it was 3 because Anakin was like actually fully grown. And we would do like 30-minute intervals with people, so then you'd switch on,
Yeah.
switch off, whatever, right? And so it was me and Kiana Dyke playing,
Ooh.
right?
Yeah.
And I was like, Kiana, jump off this side right now, because I think there's a mini kit down there. And mini kits were like one of the valuable things to
Yeah.
collect. She jumped off and died. And I was like, okay. But just like my mom heard that from the kitchen, and then she hears the ah of like the person dying, and I felt no remorse. I was like, oh well, whatever. Holy fuck.
That was too good, man. Too good.
You have no idea when you're in the good old days,
Yeah.
you know? Just shit like that. Always like,
I remember it was I'm pretty sure it was a different summer, but it was like, it wasn't even that hot out. It was just like a cloudy day,
mm-hmm.
and your mom was like, we were bored as hell. Like we had like nothing to do, and your mom was like, "You guys want a pool?" We're like, "Fuck yeah, we want a pool." And then like lo and behold, we just got this like kiddie pool.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, we filled it up and we were just like, I can't even remember what we did, but it's like, what can you do with it? But like, me being the oblivious young child I was, the dumb child, I was expecting like
An actual fucking...
a fucking pool, but like your mom's not gonna spend that just for an afternoon.
Yeah.
And we just got a little kiddie pool. And it actually got freezing out, like it got cold out, and we were like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
There was a lot of reasons as to what we could have done.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit better. But you know what? Those are the memories you look back on. You're like, damn,
Yeah.
that was pretty fucking fun.
Every Sunday, me and you would have to weed the pathway.
Fucking hell, man. That's where I just wanted to become a landscaper for 2 years. You know? Yeah. Oh my god, that was the worst. Going in, because you remember like that little shed area, right?
Yeah.
To the right, yeah, and it was just like, oh, it's cleaning day. It's time to go and pick weeds. Fuck no. I don't want to pick weeds. Are you kidding me?
But like, your dad would be like, if you guys want to go mini golfing, gotta pick weeds. And we're like, oh, why can't we just go? We can just walk there. You're like, no, I gotta pick weeds. Like, oh my gosh.
We have to pick
And then he
weeds.
gave us like $10 for like the two of us.
But $10 as
We're
like as an
yeah.
8-year-old was...
No, but he was like, okay, you can go to like 7-Eleven and get candy. And then we were just like fired up.
Yeah, like, fuck yes.
Let's go, son.
$10? We're fucking staying up late tonight.
Yeah.
We are not going to bed. 10 o'clock.
All right, bedtime.
Fuck yeah, it is.
But
Do you remember like the one year, I think it was like Christmas Eve. And I think your parents went out and they dropped you off at my place. And I think you actually were ending up supposed to stay, but then your parents came and picked you up. Obviously, because it's Christmas Eve. But when you left, I don't know what happened to me, but you remember my bunk bed?
yeah.
Yeah. So we were both like kind of sleeping in there. I had on my like Superman PJs and I was ready to fucking go to bed, whatever. Had my light on because I was a little bitch back then. And then when you left, I was like really sad. I was like, fuck, he's gone. But then as I was falling asleep, I just threw up.
Like, yeah, I had no idea where that was going, but I was not expecting that.
Dude, I didn't know what the fuck happened to me, right? Like, I just... and it went all down my shirt and, like, right to my bottoms. And I was like, what just happened? And then I go out, and I run into my mom and dad's room. I'm like, what happened? And my mom's like, what did you do? And I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't even sick, too. Like, that was the thing.
That's so funny.
It was the most random ass fucking Christmas Eve or whatever, somewhere around Christmas time bullshit ever.
Just
Yeah, literally just threw up out of nowhere. Sorry if that got anyone. Yeah,
kind of like I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with you, but that same kind of thing happened to me. I was sleeping. Remember my very first room, like where the office is?
Yeah,
now?
the office, yeah.
Yeah, I was sleeping there. And I just remember curling up, closing my eyes, and next thing you know, I threw up like right beside my pillow. And I woke up, like, you know when you're kind of sleeping on your back and your head's over to the side and you kind of open your eyes and you see like just like your pillow's kind of flexed up.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, what? And it's just
A huge pile of puke.
And I'm like, I just shoot up. I'm like,
did I do that?
yeah. And I didn't feel sick at all. I wasn't sick. I didn't wake up feeling like, oh, I don't feel good. Like, I felt perfectly fine. And I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And I brought my parents and I'm like, I threw up, but like I don't remember doing it, and like I don't feel bad. And they're like, and obviously they just like cleaned it up because I was like incapable of doing anything.
Yeah, obviously. It's like I can't do this. Can you please?
Yeah, please, thank you. But,
I require your services to clean
Yeah.
up my throw up, please.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah, no, I have a lot of like just I don't have a lot of random stories about me throwing up, but just random ass stories that like I think of. I don't. Did you? You remember my trampoline, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and obviously, yeah, like you said, my mom had a daycare. Did you ever remember playing Red Rover with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember if you were there for this specific one, but this is like another like core memory, sort of like embarrassing moment for myself. So, one time we were playing Red Rover, and I can't remember exactly who we were playing with, but I know the target area that I was going for was, I think it was like Hannah. And do you remember Kiana Loopkert?
No.
Okay, well, it was one of Hannah's friends, right? And they had like a team discussion or whatever before who they were going to call over, right? And I was running from the Hausman's side to the Maynard side, but my trampoline was over here, right? So they had a discussion, and then they called me over, right? And I'm fucking, fucking getting ready to go.
You see red.
Oh, I see red.
Yeah.
And I charge at them. And let's keep in mind, their arms, like that, like the lock of arms was probably about 2 feet away from my trampoline. So, before I managed to hit their arms and like try and break through, they let go of their arms. And I got fucking clotheslined by the trampoline. And like the next thing I remember, I'm just up and I'm like underneath the trampoline. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I shot up and it didn't even hurt. Like that was the funny thing too. Like, you know how it had the padding on the top?
Yeah.
I hit the bar, but I was completely fine. I got up and I'm like, was that funny? Like I feel fine.
That is just getting rocked.
By a trampoline. Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
That happened.
It kind of just reminds me of the days when we went to Brennan's place and
Oh my
shooting
god,
it back to mini hockey.
Fuck, playing with Davis.
This is when Davis was a rage monster.
Yes, sir.
Brendan, I really hope you're listening to this. And I'm going to make sure that you listen to this part. We're about 31 minutes in. Go to the 31-minute mark. But he would just do certain things that he knew would set Davis off.
Oh, yeah.
Like he would slash his kneecap, slash his ankle, hit him in the face.
Literally hit him.
Yeah. He would body him into the couch.
Yeah.
He wouldn't count goals that Davis should have scored. He would always say, like, no, doesn't count.
It didn't count.
But he would do the same thing and it would count. And Davis would set off. And Brennan would be laughing. And then it got to points where, like, we were all like, okay, this kid is freaking out now. Like, I'm scared for my life right now.
Oh, my God. Fuck. I forgot that we actually played mini sticks with Brendan.
Yeah. And his area was sick.
It was sick because it was the actual playroom and it was
Yeah.
huge. It was carpet. But, I mean, being on your knees for that long.
We got burns. On our knees.
Huge rug burns. That sounds really gay. It wasn't gay. It was just 4 innocent boys playing mini sticks.
Let your mind take you to whatever you imagine. But we are describing it as 4 boys got rug burns on our knees. Playing with mini sticks.
Playing with mini sticks, yeah.
So let your mind figure that one out. We aren't going to set any preface for you.
No, not at all. Holy fuck, that's funny.
And then we would remember we had our pool cleaning business for
Brent. Oh my God. Yeah, no,
So
we got the.
freaking slaves back then.
It's like, yeah, you clean my pool, you get to swim in it. Cash. Where do we sign up?
Yeah. And then, we would pick weeds. Then we'd go clean a pool.
Fuck yeah.
And then we just play in the pool for as long as we wanted.
As long as we wanted. And, like, no one was home.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing, too. No one was home. But we remembered exactly how to put the pool back.
Yeah.
How to put the hot tub cover on.
And then we would go back to our football roots. And then we'd just throw passes to us. And
Down the street, going over the overpass.
Or, no, not even that. Like, in the pool. We would have to make ridiculous catches.
Yeah, and because there was, like, that little top area.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We got a running start. And we would always do, okay, you have to sit in the hot tub for 30 seconds. And then run in the pool and make a catch. And, like...
Just the absolute ridiculous challenges.
Yeah. We would just... And then we'd, like, crack open, like, a Western Family 7-Up or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Classic. Yeah, the Western Family. Or an actual Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was we had a little side business going on.
For one person.
Yeah, side
and one
action.
person only.
Yeah. Oh. What else? What other shit did we do? The Birch Bay days were fun.
When my dad tried to kill you.
Oh, yeah, when he fed me teriyaki sauce.
And he didn't know. Oh, my God. That was scary, but at the same time, kind of funny because it's just like, yeah, what did we have? Like teriyaki chicken or something?
Yeah.
And then we went walking on the beach, and I could, like, you know where you can visibly see that someone's upset? That's exactly how I saw you. Like, you were walking alone. You weren't, like, super energetic. You were just fucking, like, head over, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah, so, like, for anyone who doesn't know, I have celiacs, and that's basically no wheat, gluten, or, like, no gluten, so wheat, barley, or rye. And teriyaki sauce typically has wheat flour in it to kind of thicken it up. Or, like, barley, or even, like, soy, or soya. And I can't have soya. Hence, soya sauce. But, yeah, so I, not really knowing what I can or can't have.
And this was, like, right when you first got...
Yeah, it was, like, either just, like, I was just cracking the first year or something like that, where I was still kind of, like, figuring out what I'm allowed to eat. And usually my mom would kind of, like, know a bit more. But your dad was, like, just made teriyaki chicken. I didn't think twice about it. I just ate it or whatever. And then, like you said, we kind of, like, went out for a bit, kind of went walking to get some ice cream and stuff and candy. And then we walked the beach for a bit. And then Tanya, I was just like, because like you said, like, it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to kick in. And I just wasn't feeling right. Like, I just felt off, right? And it started getting to a point where I'm like, okay, like...
Something's wrong.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong. So I'm like, Tanya, can I please go back?
Preface, Tanya was my dad's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. I'm like, Tanya, what's the code to the house? Because I need it. Like, I really need to go to the bathroom. That's what I said. Mm-hmm. She's like, okay, it's this or whatever. And I walked back alone.
Yeah.
I did. I just...
Alone.
I pulled an Irish goodbye. I didn't tell... Only Tanya knew where I was going.
I also knew that you were going home.
Yeah.
Because Tanya was like, oh, he just needs to use the bathroom.
Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, I know I have to throw up. Like, I just do. Mm-hmm. And I got home, like, and I set off. Like, I was not feeling good.
Died on the toilet.
Yeah. So, basically, like, you guys came home, and I was just, like, sitting there. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, was like Hannah and like Julia there as well?
No.
Like,
we never really went down with Hannah and Julia. No.
Who was
it? Was Jocelyn's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly who it was. And they were just like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
So then I just like hibernated to the couch, and then that's when Tanya came in clutch with the charcoal pills.
The charcoal pills. Yeah.
It's not like a lactose pill where you can take it and drink milk and you're fine. It's more of just settles your stomach once the deed is done.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a Pepto kind of thing.
Yeah, almost like a Pepto.
So
Or like a
she,
Tums.
yeah, so like she just gave me that, and I was like, money. In like about 45 minutes, just fell asleep or whatever, and I was chilling. But yeah, that was a tough night. It's not the first time that's
No.
happened to me though. It's happened like 7 other times.
Multiple times. Yeah.
Right before a hockey game once.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah, I played half of the game. I started throwing up on the bench.
Fuck. That's awful.
If you're eating while listening to this, we're sorry.
Yeah, no, literally. There's been
Yeah.
a lot of puke so far.
Yeah, maybe let's stem away from
All right.
that
all right.
main subject. of
What
conversation.
about, do you remember the times that we went to Seashell?
Oh yeah.
Those were some fucking fun ass memories and fun ass times.
When the tide was out there and we were
So
walking,
far.
and we were just walking, picking up little crabs.
Yep.
Just letting
Doing
them,
like the
on our
gooey
finger.
duck areas where it's like the hole of water and you like jump beside it and then it just
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah. Seashell was unreal. We played kick the can all the time.
And we always got that one place.
Yeah.
It was like that ultimate B&B where we had like 4 families in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. No, that was so fun, man. So fun. Actually, my mom has a great story. One time when we went to Seashell, this is kind of funny, maybe kind of sad, but it gets funny. So one year when my grandpa passed away, my mom's dad, he had always said to my mom that he wants his ashes spread. I forget exactly what city it was, but it's very close to Seashell.
Okay.
And so one year when we ended up going, my mom and my dad like they left to go to the city to stand on the dock and give him away. So it was on his birthday as well. So just the time was right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my mom, she got like this little cupcake. She got a candle.
Oh.
And then she put all of his ashes on the plate, like a paper plate. And
Oh gosh.
the funniest part was as she was putting the ashes down, and she was standing alone because she wanted to do it alone. She just hears my dad, "Downwind, Linda." So the ashes are like going all the way back and hitting my dad in the face. And then when that was done, she got the paper plate, put it in the water, and it just went ass over tea. And it just tipped over. Oh, holy fuck!
God, that is so good.
It's so sad, but my mom chalks it up to it being, it's just the way that my grandpa was. He was always like kind of like a jokester, so it was almost like that it was playing, or he was playing a prank on my mom.
Yeah, he was doing all of it.
Exactly, on purpose,
Yeah.
right? And so she actually managed to get the cupcake, put it back, soggy as shit, and it actually floated away.
She
It's-
forgot to figure out the weight distribution, so the cupcake was on one side and just.
Yeah,
God,
fuck.
that is so good. That's so funny.
Yeah, no, that's I never knew like about that, but yeah, no, that was such a funny story when she told me. Because obviously you're not gonna tell someone that young, but later on in life you're gonna tell them. But yeah, no, that was. I just couldn't imagine. You're pouring out the ashes around a cupcake on a paper plate, and then it just bloop.
Yeah, bloop. Such a mood killer. It's like, oh.
Yeah, right. It's like, damn, I was having a nice moment, and then
Yeah.
it just happened. Yeah, no. Holy fuck.
That's so good. Seashell was fun because of the location of it. There was always like, your imagination is just out there. You can go for walks. You can
Build a fort out of like those sticks and that one stump that was always there.
100%.
Oh,
We
yeah.
could just go for walks along the beach, like when the tide was out, like we said. But we'd always play kick the can,
Always kick the can.
and whenever you were it was so tough because there's the gates on both sides of the house,
Yep.
so you had to keep an eye out. It was like 360 degrees, so people were hiding in the plants or whatever.
Yep.
You had to hide well, but it was always the instances where you would be hiding in such a prime spot.
Oh yeah.
In such a prime spot, and then the game just like ends like right away, and you're like, damn it, I just wasted like this
Such a good opportunity.
prime spot, and like now someone who I said, yo, I'm here, like
Yeah,
now,
like you're talking.
yeah, now it's like I can never use this spot again because like they know where I'm gonna
Exactly.
be. If, like I got to be careful when I use this, but because some people would like you'd put it on the deck, and how many times did someone go to run, and they would miss a step, and they would just
Hit the
kick
fucking.
their shit into
Oh,
the
yeah.
deck.
Oh yeah. Just absolutely, like, oh, pause the game. They fucked up their shit.
Yeah, because I would always like see someone like running. It'd be like Hannah or Julia, and I'd be like, oh, they're going for it. And then 2 seconds later, I just hear, and I'm like,
What the
okay,
fuck
pause
just
the game,
happened?
pause the game, and then Hannah's just like, ah, her shin's just fucked up, just like scraped them, and we're like, damn, that sucks. All right, I'm gonna go hide again.
Yeah. All right, you go and take a 5-minute
Yeah,
break.
good
here.
luck to you. We'll see you next round.
Fuck.
But Birch Bay, whenever we'd go like mini golfing or to the water slides, that was fun.
Oh yeah, they actually. I went down to obviously Birch Bay since my dad has a place there now. They revamped the mini golf there.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah, dude. It's like some of the holes have new turf or line carpet, I guess.
Basically,
And
the same
then
thing, yeah.
you know, like near the back, how it was always like that fence line, but then there was like the railroad or whatever that.
Yeah,
went behind.
100%. Yeah.
They opened up this whole area, and now it's a stage.
Oh, sick.
People perform on it.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and like they redid like the front desk area, so now it's not like that window. You actually have to go down, and it's like over to the left, and it's like a game room here too.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like totally revamped, and it's sick. My dad and I went there when I went down there last, and it was so funny. He played a round of golf before, right? And he actually shot pretty good. But the only game, or the only part of his game that was off was the putting. And we'd already made plans to go mini golfing right that day. And so he's like, you ready to fucking get your ass kicked or whatever? We just played like a skin a hole. But I beat him by like, I think I shot, like that was the picture that I sent you where I shot like in the 60s. And my dad shot like in the 80s. For like mini golf, right?
Oh, my God.
He made it so sure. He's like, no stopping until you put the ball in the hole. And there was like multiple holes where the cup's on an angle.
Those holes should be illegal.
And you're literally like 3 feet away, and he putts it. Nope. Putts it. Oh, it goes over and it goes back.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no. I could tell he was getting so frustrated, and he said to me, he's like, I'm gonna bring my real putter next time because these rubber putters get fucking stuck on the ground, and I can't fucking putt.
Not rule a mini putt. Mini golf.
Always bring your own putter.
No. You have to use the ones they supply you. It's part of the game.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
No. If you're playing mini golf, you gotta use their putters. It's part of it.
God damn.
It's part of it. That's how you're not, if you play with me, you gotta use your own putt. You gotta use mini golf putter. It's part of it. It's part of it. Sorry. But I have a funny story that happened just this past weekend.
All right.
That's really related to that. So the whole weekend we were playing a game called Snake. Have you played it before?
With golf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3-putt rule?
The 3-putt rule, yeah.
So we were playing that all weekend, every time, and then we were like doing group v group or whatever. And so we were playing this course called Park Meadows, and it's pretty similar. It's just like a pretty standard municipal course. Like it's nothing really crazy.
Okay.
And so I'm in the first group, and I'm with like whoever's listening to this. I'm with Braden, Lauren, and fucking Josh, and we're on 17th, or Braden has a snake at this point, and we're on 18th. It's just like it's basically just a straightaway par 4 or par 5. It's I think a par 5. No, it's a par 4. It's a par 4, 100%. But so I get there in 3 because I shanked my drive, and then I get up there. I'm putting for par. I'm above the pin, right? And everyone else gets there in 2, whatever. We're all on the green. But pretty similar. The hole is right at the top of a hill.
Mhm.
Like a pretty deceiving slope. If you on a downhill, slight downhill, but then it gets steeper. So if you miss it, your ball's gone.
Mhm.
Right? And I'm at the top, right? And it's a pretty straight putt for me. Little left to right slider. I hit a little too hard, and it rolls right past. And Braden has a snake at this point, so that was my first putt. And my second putt is about like the same distance,
Okay.
just back up the hill. I hit it short. I four putt. Because I just legged it up there, and then luckily it stopped. And then I just tapped it in. Josh, 3 putts. Lauren, 3 putts.
Jesus Christ.
Vader, 3 putts.
This is a fucking hole and a half.
But I still hold it because I putted 4 times. All right, and we were all just saying, "Yo, it's bullshit. That's an illegal hole. Like, I hope we're not just terrible."
Yeah.
Right? Because the 2 best golfers out of the 8 of us are the group after us. Brock's like dead even. He's like a 15 handicap. He's in that group as well. And then probably like one of the probably close to the bottom, the other kid's also in there. So they're all approaching, and we're all just like, "Yo, they don't know what they're in for yet." Right? Liam's putting, second shot, he sticks it to like 3 feet. Right? So he's putting for birdie right now.
Yep.
Evan puts it pin high to the right. Brock puts it or just above the hole. And I don't know where LJ was. I think he like overshot it. He had to drop. Brock putts. Oh no, Evan putts because he's the first one there. Misses it low. Goes down the hill. And Evan's like, "What the?" We're all setting off and we're all laughing. We're like, it's happening to them. It's happening to them. And then Liam's like, "Fuck." And then Brock putts it, burns the edge. It's barely going. Speeds up down the hill. And then Brock putts again, back down.
Jesus
Putts again,
Christ.
stops right beside it, tapping. He 4-putted as well. Evan, same thing, just misses it left, goes down a little bit, stops, and then he just taps in for a 3. Liam, he's like, "Now I'm nervous." Taps it, literally taps it, goes, lips out, down the hill.
Man.
And then he putts again, short, and then he taps in for the 3-putt.
Christ.
And then I think the other guy dropped. He was below the hole as well, like LJ. He putts short, it stays, and then he taps in for a 2. 7 out of the 8 guys 3-putted. 2 of them 4-putted.
Insane.
And Liam was like, "I had a 3-foot putt for birdie, and I bogeyed the hole." That's how illegal that pin was.
That's fucked.
It was insane. And then we were all like, "Yeah, okay, like we're gonna go to like a bar after or whatever." But there was a group right behind them. We're like, no. We're gonna stay to see how fucking they are. 2 guys, one of them 3-putted or like 4-putted. It was insane. It was terrible.
That just reminds me of like that. Like, did you see that one hole at like that woman's, like, open or whatever? I can't remember exactly which one it was, but again, like another illegal hole, almost. And these women aren't bad golfers. They're great.
No, they
golfers.
stripe it.
Yeah.
They're pros for a reason. If you're a pro, you're striping it.
Exactly. And yeah, basically the same thing. Like, barely taps it, and it just goes off the green, like down the hill too.
Yeah, whoever set that pin should be
It's like
in prison.
But
But
no, it's just absolute bullshit when you get a pin that's like fucking impossible to make a 1-putt on. Almost like you have to be. You can't know exactly what that green does for you to make a 1-putt.
Yeah, because like when we were at that hole, Braden already had the snake, so it didn't. The only thing he'd be doing is he'd be adding, because for every snake the group gets, that's $1 that the person who holds the snake at the end pays to each person in the group. So say your group 3-putted 8 times, if you hold the snake after 18, you have to pay 3 times 8, $24. But like $8 to each person.
Yeah.
Right? So Braden putted first and he missed it low.
Mm-hmm.
So like if he 3-putts, he holds it anyway. He would just be adding an extra $3.
Yeah.
Pretty much that he'd be paying. But then I missed it right after him.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was also in 3-putt territory, right? So like the snake is riding, and I think it was like 14. It was at like $11, and then 3-putts. It went up to 14, and I got it because I putted 4 times instead of 3.
Fuck.
But it's whoever 3-putts last in the group holds it.
That's a good fucking rule though.
Like for snake,
Yeah.
because we usually just played. What was it like?
If you held the snake at the end, what did
You
you do?
you owed everyone a beer.
Yeah.
You bought a round.
Yeah.
But like on Sunday, our very last day, I got the snake on 17. Very last day. Guess what our pot was at?
What?
$20. So the loser would have to pay a total of 60.
That's fucked.
We were putting so bad that day. And on 18, Braden got it.
Oh, Savior, Lord and Savior.
So me and Vader, we just called it even because I hadn't paid him yet, and we were playing a head-on-head match for $10, and he won. So
it's just basically fuck it.
He basically owed me $1, but I'm like just
Yeah, if you owe someone $1,
Yeah,
then it's just.
But then I also owe him like $120 in gas, so it's like because he drove the entire trip. But no, it's such a fun game. But yeah, like just about that mini golf story with you and your dad about how it went up and
just
down.
the absolute illegal putts.
Yeah, that happened.
Pins.
That happened on
A real course.
like Friday. It happened on a Friday, and we just got absolutely tortured by this one hole. And I was just happy. I was like, I don't care that I got it, because I'm just happy that everyone had to go through the same pain as us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's all you could ever ask for.
Mine wasn't even the worst one, because Liam had a 3-foot putt
And he
for
bogeyed.
for birdie.
Yeah.
And he bogeyed. But it was just
trash.
it got in his head, and
It
he just missed it a little bit left, and it lipped out. It didn't like lip around, because that would have benefited him, because it may have fallen back in the hole. It just took a little detour. Took the second exit on a roundabout, you know?
That's tragic, man.
Yeah, it was terrible, but no, man, we've had a lot of good memories mini golfing in general.
Oh yeah, double dates.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just like even in Seashell, all of us were like, okay, how far can we hit this? Like we would just slam it down on the bottom, and just like have it like launch.
Skies up,
Yeah.
yeah.
We did menaces to society on those.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Absolutely torturing the people who work there. Like, holy fuck, these kids.
We walk in, they're like, no, no,
We deny service here.
no, yeah.
And the go-karts too.
Oh yeah,
See, the one thing I never
dude,
really
you're a savage on those.
the one thing I never really get about go-karts is like unless it's the Langley go-karts, like the indoor ones, any other go-kart that doesn't hold like an actual race value, kind of trash. You're just paying to hit people in a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no real way to do it. So I mean, you got to make your own type of fun, and you got to just pull the inside lanes. And if you hit someone and you fucking pit maneuver them, that is the funniest thing ever, cuz you'll see the look on their face and they'll be like,
Yeah.
as you drive off
And they
in
have
the
to
other
just
direction.
wait there till the worker walks out and gets him and like pulls you out. And then the same fucking thing, you look for it. You look for it. You just go to screw people over, and then no one wanted to pull in front of you because you always
rear end of them.
Yeah, and it's not like you just lightly rear ended them. You just vroom on the gas and just took your foot off. You didn't even put your foot on the brake. You were just letting, and like your whole body would like go and like
You just get some fucking
Yeah.
whiplash go-karting.
naturally.
Yeah, classic.
Love you, bro. Can't feel. I'm like, yeah, I can't feel my neck, but thanks, bud. I appreciate that.
Holy fuck. No,
Yeah.
those are so funny.
Yeah, you're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. Anything else, man? We went to
Man. That's just like all the younger stories too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Seahawks Green Bay game that we went to. That was a time.
dude, that was so fun.
Yeah.
I was so upset that you know, obviously you had school, but you know, those tickets that I bought that we couldn't go last year.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of thank God. Kind of looked like a shit game. I think it was like 17-14. So it really
Yeah.
wasn't exciting, but no, it was yeah, no, it was going to the Green Bay and Seattle game.
Yeah.
And the whole reason I wanted to go was to just watch Jimmy. I was like, holy fuck. I'm going to get to see him in action. It's his first game against the Seahawks,
Yeah.
and he's going to go off. Like, I totally thought that Graham and Rodgers would have been like this fucking dynamic duo more than Russell and Jimmy was.
It just sucks that he was a little bit more on the back nine
The
of
back
his career.
end, yeah. No, definitely, especially since, like, the fact that he's still, like, even in Chicago, he still gets lined up one-on-one and is like, just fucking box him out.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care who's throwing you the ball. Throw it over here. No one's getting me
Yeah.
there, you know? And the fact that, like, no team knew how to use him. We all know Jimmy Graham is not the best run blocker.
Yeah.
We all know he's not the best fucking smash mouth guy that'll run through you. He's the guy that'll leap over you or moss the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
You know, like, I really wanted him to score a touchdown and just fucking go.
Did he
but
get hurt that game?
He got hurt halfway through the game,
Yeah.
and he's gone.
He was like right hand out for the game.
Yeah, his thumb. He broke his thumb or
Yeah.
some shit. And it's like,
And you're like, well,
oh,
and it was weird too because you were wearing your Seattle Graham jersey, but
cheering.
You were cheering for Green Bay, and whenever they would score a touchdown or he'd make a nice play, you would be cheering, and Seahawks fan like grabbed you from behind, and you were like, he was like, what the fuck are you doing? And
It's
you just
like-
pointed to the name on the back, yeah, and he was,
Yeah.
and first he was like, fuck off. And I'm a Pats fan, but I borrowed friend of the show Corey's Green Bay stuff because I
If
was
you wore a Pats
I was
jersey-
scared I was gonna get like
Oh, yeah.
mugged if I wore my Patriots stuff there because Super Bowl 48. How are you?
Yep. Exactly.
And so I was like, I'm not touching that. Like I don't want to risk that. So I was a Green Bay fan for the day, and we were sitting behind this beauty, like this absolute beauty. He was a Seahawks guy, and like I had like zero respect for Seahawks fans because I thought they were just all assholes. But like that trip like completely changed my mind. Like Seahawks fans are a
Dude.
lot better than like I anticipated. Like there's like any other like fan base, but like not like they don't cross any lines. Like they're just a passionate fan base, but I always just like hated them for some reason.
Mhm.
But like this guy was an absolute beauty, and he was like, "So like, what are your thoughts about Green Bay's draft class this year?" And I'm like, I'm excited for them, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
not
act as
knowing a
fan.
single thing.
Not a single damn thing about Green Bay's like anything. They're like, "What do you think about the Jimmy Graham signing?" Because it was like
It was the year,
it was the first season. And I'm like, I mean, it never hurts to sign Jimmy Graham, like, because he always has that high ceiling. And I just like talked out of my ass about it, and he was like, "No, man, like your team should be good this year." And I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
And like, what the fuck did the Green Bay even do? Like, they didn't even make like
I can't
a
remember
stand
exactly.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, what did
Probably
they
in
even
an-
fucking do?
Probably NFC Championship game and lost to San Francisco or some shit.
No. You know what? I have to search it up because I don't
What
know.
year did we go?
Uh,
Talking to the mic, son.
What?
Talking to the mic.
Let me see. Hold on, you keep talking. Let me go through the camera roll here.
Oh yeah, it was a super fun day. Like we took the back roads to the stadium and we saw how
Parked at an Arby's.
yeah, parked in an Arby's. We saw how the Americans really tailgate for a football game.
Fuck yeah.
It was a good time, but like, yeah, what year was that? I want to say like
Was it 2018?
I was thinking 2018.
It was It was November 2018. So, the November 2018 season.
They probably finished. I mean, like, is that when Green? That's when Chicago, I think, uh, did really good. Because I'm pretty
Alright.
sure Nagy won Coach of the Year that year.
Was it that year?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he won in 2018.
All right, so let's see.
NFC standings 2018.
So this is the 2019. Oh fuck no! I don't want to know the 2019 season. Okay,
But
so I gotta go 2018.
oh but yeah, that was a really fun time. Traveling, we gotta do that again.
I agree.
It's-
What about the fucking time where we got, or that same time when we got pulled over by the border crossing, or like
Yeah.
stopped?
He literally searched the car, like it's like, yo, we're
Up and down.
yeah. Searched the trunk and like I knew I didn't have anything, but as soon as you searched the trunk, I'm like, did I miss something?
Fuck, like did I bring my dab pen or something?
Like, do I have a pound of cocaine in my backpack that I don't know of?
Oh my god. Absolutely embarrassing. The first 3 games, beating the Bears by 1, tying the Vikings, and then losing to Washington. But then they beat the Bills, lost to the Lions,
Oh my gosh.
beat the 49ers, lost to the Rams, lost to the Pats, beat the Dolphins, lost to the Seahawks. That was the game that we went to. That actually was a good game, though. 27-24, Seattle. And then, yeah, they just beat the Lions, and they didn't make playoffs.
Yeah, no, they were 6-9-1 that year. So yeah, see, Bears are 12-4.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, Brian Nagy won, and that was when like Trubisky was actually playing well, and that was the double doink year.
Fuck, yeah,
'Cause
that was double doink.
I remember
against
double.
Philly.
Yeah, because I remember the double doink year was like the year Chicago was like, yo, they're gonna be good for years to come.
Oh,
And then,
yeah, and then that was bullshit miscall.
yeah,
That was that year. Fuck. God damn.
yeah. Green Bay was 6-9-1 that year.
6-9-1.
Yeah, and Vikings were 8-7-1. I'm assuming they tied.
That was the tie against
Yeah.
Green Bay at second week.
Yeah,
Dude,
not
like
often you see that, but no, that trip was a shit ton of fun. I also went to a Huskies Oregon game
yeah, with your dad,
with
right?
my dad. That was sick too.
Yeah, that would be so fun going to see.
We got there like a
Washington.
quarter late, and Dante Pettis was on
Fuck Dante
Washington.
Pettis.
And as soon as we got there, first play, Dante Pettis punt return TD. And like, fucking what's Seahawks Stadium called?
Now Lumen Field,
What was it called? before?
CenturyLink.
Yeah, CenturyLink was going insane because they were playing there. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure. and they were just going banana lands.
See, and that was also such a cool atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like, that was loud.
Yeah.
Loud.
Yeah. It was
And I love their skyline, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, seeing... Obviously, there was, like, the top where you raise the flag. But then seeing that one, like, part of the stadium and then seeing the city behind it.
Yeah.
That
Because
is
it
so
opened
cool.
up a ton.
Yeah.
And especially like when you were like down low, you saw like you saw the highway driving in the distance.
Mhm.
It was pretty cool. But just like we were like down low, like pregame and stuff. We went to the Green Bay Tunnel and saw
Yeah.
Rogers walk out and stuff. But just seeing,
I have, like, the picture of it, too.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I fucked
but
up.
just seeing the way, like up close, how like Russell was throwing like absolute
Heat.
piss missiles out of his hand.
Oh, yeah.
It was just something you usually take for granted.
100%.
But
Like, that
Yeah.
looks so close, man.
yeah,
So close. And then, like, there's this picture, right? Oh, damn. I don't know if you can see, but, like, that's us right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, because I'm wearing the green Seahawks
Yeah.
jersey, right? Or what about, like, the huge-ass flag that they had, too? That
Yeah.
covered the field? Absolutely insane.
no, it was a
night.
really cool experience.
Oh yeah, and and the fans after were like, oh fuck, what did they say? Like, fuck Green Bay or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck the Packers. Yeah, no, that was so fun.
that was a really good time.
I really want to go again.
Same here. It just sucked because when COVID hit, it was when New England was in Seattle,
Yep.
and we couldn't go to the States.
Nope.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
Like, when am I gonna get this? And that's when Cam Newton got stuffed on the 1 yard line.
On the 1 yard. Yeah, that game. Holy fuck.
That game was insane, but
That was, or literally that same year, Shaden and I had plans to go down to Louisiana. I had the money
yeah,
saved up for that. Like, I had $750, and that was just like, that's not a lot, right? But that's at least a flight there and back. You know, that's like,
yeah,
at the time, that's probably like 400 of it, and then finding accommodation for,
yeah,
you know, a week stay. That's another like $600 or whatever. And I would have, yeah, I was off by like $400 maybe. But yeah, no, we were planning to go, and then COVID hit.
yeah.
And then that was Breeze's last year. Like, that was the reason I wanted to go. I wanted to see Breeze play.
Yeah.
I don't care how noodle arm Newman his arm was. Yeah, no, I was so pissed when the whole thing of COVID just
Yeah.
fucked it.
Me and George were supposed to go to England that year too, and then
Yep.
COVID hit right away.
Yeah, no, that's such a boner
Yeah.
killer.
Exactly. Is there anything else that you think of? Some absolute heater moments.
Fuck. There's a lot of like good moments, but like the heater moments are the ones that you live and die for, right?
Yeah, like I mean, like the grounders and just those are like unbelievable times, and it was just it was a lot of fun growing up, but
I don't know if I can think of like
Yeah.
anything. Oh. I mean, this is kind of like both you and I, but like however many games I went to go see you play fucking hockey all the time, and it was just like I'd wake up with you at like the ass crack of dawn or whatever, and we'd all be out the fucking door going
Yeah.
to your hockey games, or you know, even the vice versa with my football game.
Yeah.
The one big football game that you went and like watched me play. Like I've never had a game like that ever in my life.
was that the one at
BC Place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You threw the trick play at the
Right at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so fucking nervous. I knew how many people were in the stands, like, specifically watching for me. And it's not like it was like a AAA Fox sort of thing where, you know, the whole area sells out, but it's like all my family and
no,
like friends and shit
yeah.
like that. And I
the
needed
people
to show up.
the people you really want to put on for.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
it's like I needed to
100%.
show up for it. And yeah, I remember I threw that pass to Taden and he caught that shit. Didn't go as far as we wanted it to, but like that was the first play that we had the whole time. Yeah, and then just scoring 2 touchdowns. Believe it or not, I never scored any touchdowns until that year. Yeah.
That's unreal.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like I've never had a touchdown until that year. Not that game, because I had probably about like 6 that season. But yeah, scored 2 in that game. Threw for like 50 yards. Was caught for like 80 yards. Ran for like 80 yards. Blocked a punt. Like, do you remember that one too?
Yeah, you were Taysom Hill.
I was literally Taysom Hill, yeah. Fuck. Jesus Christ, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's amazing.
No, it was, yeah. But then, even with you showing up in hockey, like, whenever you scored a goal, it was always, like, fucking sick. It was always, like, I'm, like, a proud brother, just, like, watching you from the sidelines.
There was one where I was, like, wide open. And I only played house, so it's, like, you got to take the skill level into account that, like, their awareness isn't the, like, A1 that it should be. But I remember, like, there was one game where, like, I wasn't getting the puck when I was, like, wide open and should have. Like, instead of passing it to me wide open, they were dumping it in. And I was starting to get pissed. Like, I'm like, yo, this is starting to really annoy me. Just because it's fun every once in a while, but, like, when there's just a play to make, just, like, don't just dump it in.
Yeah, don't just do a dump and run.
But I remember I finally got the puck for, like, the first time in the game. And I just went in and shot and I scored. And, like, I just looked at my own teammates. I didn't even celebrate. I'm like, that's why you fucking pass it. And then
just get fucking pissed.
Yeah. And then I just, like, went to the bench and, like, we scored. And I was like, gosh.
But, you know, like, that's kind of like a statement, though, right? It's like,
yeah, it's just annoying.
see what happens when you pass the fucking puck?
But, yeah, I only played, like, house. So, like, it wasn't even, I didn't play any high level. But
You can't even say that it was only just house. You played a skill level that, you know, matched your talent the same way, like, when I played football, it matched my talent.
Yeah, I could have, like, there's times where I've made rep teams, but, like, I wanted to play with my dad. Like, my dad was coaching.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to play with, I'm just going to, like, this team sucks.
No, honestly.
Like, I'd rather play on a worse team, but, like, not really care because it's only house, than play on a team that acts professional but gets blown out 8-2 every fucking game. Like, it's just not, imagine driving out to Abbotsford and losing 7-3.
No.
I'd rather like lose 5-4 and only drive to Coquitlam and, like, get to wear a sweater and a hoodie instead of
Suit and tie. Yeah.
for, like, a dumb level.
Yeah,
So,
no, I agree.
Yeah, but got anything else? Or should we just wrap this up?
How much are we running on here? An hour and 15, yeah. Should probably get her going. We do work tomorrow.
And I gotta edit tonight.
Yeah.
This episode that we're recording goes up
Goes out Friday, yeah.
Friday, but I'm gonna edit this.
Yeah,
the other
maybe
day.
maybe we'll, like, Zoom tomorrow or something, and you can show me how Canva works, just because it's fucking running late.
I
now.
can quickly rip it with you now. It doesn't take long to understand.
There we go.
But happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday. Let's fucking go.
That's birthday on Saturday, so send Hayden his birthday wishes. But
Michael Jordan year, baby.
let's go. Squeeze me. That's for you. Happy birthday, man.
Nice. So proud.
What are you looking forward to for your 23rd year? Or, I guess...
Just everyone being up camping. Like, I'm so excited for camping. It's become, like, a yearly tradition for, like, our group and what it's kind of evolved into.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first year that we went up, it was like the COVID year, right? And it was supposed to only be me, you, Georgia, and Shaden. It was just supposed to be us four. But then it was like, oh, well, Adam and Brendan are showing up. Oh, well, Duncan's showing up. And then it was like, fucking, I don't know, other people showed up. And it was like, holy shit, there's like 10 people now.
Well, then,
on a
and
4-person
like,
site.
Kiana and them were staying in the site beside us.
No, that wasn't even the one that I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought that was
Do you
the
remember
very
like
first time.
like the first time, like when I took up my car, like my Infiniti the first time.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, it was like that original
Yeah.
first time, and then people just started showing up, and it was
Yeah.
like, holy fuck, like we're gonna get kicked out, and it was like, Squamish does not give a shit.
As long as you don't cut down a tree, you're chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but happy birthday, brother.
Gracias.
Love you as always. But now their present can be to figure out where they find you.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Hayden_Barton. That's it.
Lady, just like that. You can find me on Instagram at Jevon.Lefave, on Twitter at JevonLefave. Find everything for the show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at LeftsideHeavy_. If you're listening to this but you want to watch instead, head over to YouTube, Left Side Heavy, subscribe, ring the bell, like, comment, do all that sorts of fun stuff so you never miss an upload. And cheers for that, Hayden. And anywhere you get your podcast, be sure to leave a rating and review. It really helps grow the show. And as for that, the 21st KBnR. We'll see you guys next time.
Well, you say that we're in the right place. Do you know it? Do you know it? Did you tie yourself down? Are you losing your grace? Did you blow it? Did you lose